Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for the guys in our current locker room. You come off of two tough weeks to put the prep in that they did, and the focus in terms of everything that we were trying to get back on track with was awesome all week. We came out and the guys were amped up, maybe a little too amped up. The execution part of, especially offensively, lacked, in the first half, first quarter. So that part was a little bit frustrating, but great win for our team. Unbelievable for our program to have 14. We got a lot of alums back right now, and ton of recruits that were on campus today for not only a win, but a great day here in the Keweenaw. So, overall it was a good one.
Talk about the second quarter where things kind of started to open up for you a bit there.
Yeah, I don't, again, I'm not sure that it was anything that changed. We finally started taking advantage of some things, so we get the score, and then, a series later, true freshman Jackson takes a punt back, and, you get a little bit of breathing room at that point, but sloppy end to the second quarter, and you leave points out on the field, whether it been a field goal or a touchdown, whatever it was, you just can't make that mistake in the red zone. But did some good things, right? We get the quick score in the third quarter, and then maybe the most proud, the twos come in early in the fourth and put two drives together where we executed probably the best of the entire day with that second group, and that was awesome to see. So definitely some good things. You're never going to be mad about beating your rival, but at the same time, just a frustrating first half for sure.
How nice is it, you kind of mentioned it, that Alex Bueno there throws a touchdown pass and the whole bit. I mean, for a kid that's trying to learn this offense, where do you feel like he's at?
I love what AB does. It's not easy being talented and being the backup. So everybody always talks about preparing as if you're the starter. That's easier said than done. But he comes to work every single day. I mentioned this a week ago about how our backups get as many reps as the first team guys, and it's for days like this where we finally get them on the field. Right, we're not changing anything with our offense, but they got to go execute what we're doing. And I think we saw today, not only with his arm, but of course when he gets loose with his feet, he's difference maker with the ball in his hands too. So he's been good all year. We tried to find ways to get him involved with some of the other stuff, and to see him do what he did today was awesome.
You mentioned Jackson's touchdown return. How did that kind of change the momentum of the game for you a bit?
Well, it was huge at that point. I mean, we have a drop on a vertical throw in the end of the first quarter. We miss a guy that's 4 yards behind somebody on the first drive. I mean, things were not going well. We finally get the score to make it a 10-3 game, but when that one finally went, especially with what the defense was doing and what they were trying to do on offense, it was kind of, I don't want to say you get some breathing room, but, there's a little bit less stress at that point, knowing that you're, 2 scores up at that point. So with what we were doing offensively, it was much needed at that point for him to make that kind of play, and it was just great to see a true freshman, first time touching the football in a game, to make that move that he made initially and then get it into the black was incredible.
2 touchdown catches for Mettlach, a kid that you keep trying to work into the offense, and when they do connect, it can be for big plays.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how it goes. It wasn't just him. I mean, we tried to get D-Will involved. We tried to get Ethan involved, and coverage dictates that a little bit. What the Q is seeing dictates that. We were fortunate enough that on some of those calls, right, Michi's behind everybody, and we complete them. Like I said on that first drive, we had him on that same call, wide open, and we just got eyes to the wrong side of the field. And then, of course, he's got the one drop on the other one, but. It was good to see. I told Alex the same thing. It was not pretty, but we made just enough plays to get those scores and obviously make sure that the scoreboard's in the right direction.
You kind of touched on it already, but getting a win after a couple of weeks of not being able to, how big is that for this group right now?
Well, it was big for many reasons. Like I said the other day, I felt like after the Davenport game, we were, looking at the film and kicking ourselves that we had too many chances, especially at home, that we couldn't put that one away. Last weekend, right, we were never in the game. The guys got it flushed, and we were on to Northern before we even got back on the bus down at Ferris. So the guys approached it the right way. So it just worked out that you have your rival coming in at a time when you didn't. You're on a 2-game skid, so we didn't have to do anything to get them up for this game. Obviously we probably should have calmed down a little bit after the warm-up and the way the game started, but it's normal, right? You're 18 to 22-year-old kids, rival comes here, and you're just wanting to get out there and play, and Our guys played hard. It was just an execution thing in the first half.
It's also Hall of Fame weekend for Michigan Tech. What does it mean to you to have your guys come out and get this win with all of these Hall of Famers here and everything?
Yeah, it was cool. The banquet last night was really well done. A lot of people that went in, very well deserved, and 2 football guys and a lot of other football alum were up. Outside of that, the Northern game always brings our football alums back, and we got a whole bunch of them that are here right now. And anytime you can win in front of the people that came before you in the program, I think that's a big deal. And it's Northern week, right? So it's not just our guys in the locker room that are ready to go for this one, probably a little bit nervous, so on and so forth. So it means a ton to everybody that's involved in our program or has been involved in our program, and for the guys to come out and do what they did, just makes it all worth it.